Hi, this is Shambles Guru, Chris Smith from North Thailand. It's Sunday afternoon, something like the 28th of November, and just a few days before International Schools Island 2 is closing. Oh no! And we thought we'd have an impromptu lesson, just telling people 24 hours beforehand on terraforming the land, because if it's all messed up, it doesn't really matter. So let's have a look to see how the class is going of a few and selected number of people. Let me go to the browser first. If you're looking for more information about terraforming, then Second Life have a page on their wiki.secondlife.com/wiki/terraforming, and terraforming is all about altering the land, building holes, digging holes, building mountains. And well, let's have a look to see how it's going. Let me turn the sound up, see if there's any talking going on here. Let me actually, Carol over there is running the session. Is this Carol over here? Let me close this. Is this Carol? Let me just check where Carol is. Yes, Carol Rainbow. Carol's the tutor. And while she's doing that, let me just show you how you terraform, which is very, very simple. But even though I've been here nearly three years now, I'm always nervous when I terraform, and because we're on an island that won't exist soon, then it doesn't really matter if we did something wrong. And all you do is you right click, and there's an option here which says Edit Terrain, and then you can say, right, let me raise the land, so you click on Raise, select Flatten, Raise, Lower, Smooth, Roughen, Revert to back where you were. You can decide the size that you're doing, and you can decide the strength of it. So let me make the size small and the strength not strong. And if you see that now when I move my pointer around, my little bulldozer, you can see these little arrows here. And if I go raise, so if I've chosen raise up here, it looks like anyway. Yes, I've chosen raise there. And I've chosen the size small, and I've chosen the strength small. And if I just go here and I do my left button and just move it around, you can see the land is moving up. And that's it. It's as simple as that. So you can choose, you can lower it, you can smooth it, you can roughen it, you can revert it to what it was before you started. Other things we're not interested in here, like passing up land. Let's just listen to what Carol is doing. Let me close this.
Hey, he's falling asleep and he's gone off to get a cup of tea, I reckon. Yeah. Probably a glass of wine, actually, on this late afternoon for him.
I could cast a spell on him, but...
That sounds very wicked. And screencasting as well. Alright, okay.
I really should have cast the spell on him.
They can't hear what I'm saying. Because
and it's a bit down again. Lower, push it over, Charlotte. No, don't do anything, that's brilliant. Okay, we've got the heights that we want our mountain to be, and all of our mountains are actually poking out to the top, I think, except one actually, maybe, and that's really perfect. Now, if we actually sort of go to the top, and we're going to have the smallest possible size and lower until we just get the peak of the mountain sort of either on top of the level or just under the level of our prim. And then we're going to actually make our mountain range. So, very, very gentle lower on top, just to try and get it exactly to the height. So edit terrain, lower, the tiniest possible size and the tiniest possible strength, almost nothing, and then we've only got about 3 or 4 little arrows, and we're just bringing it exactly to the height.
So what Carol is doing is she's using some prims to help decide on certain heights or positioning things.
At the same height, mountain range. So I'm just going to move mine over a little bit. And I've got a sort of roundish hill just at the height I want. So let's see when we all get to that point. Yeah, brilliant. Okay, now while we've still got the tiniest size and the tiniest strength, we're going to change to the flatten tool. And we're going to very gently work the top of our mountain, because it will gradually bring the outside of the mountain up to the same height as the top. So we're aiming at making the mountain much bigger but flat on top. And it'll actually straighten the sides as well. So a little bit of technique, maybe a little bit of practice to get this, don't worry at all. So we're using the flatten tool, tiniest size, tiniest strength, and we're working on top of the mountain. And we're raising beautiful big mountains somewhere. We've got the wrong tool and by accident, I think. So you see, I'm doing the flattening here. If you want to look at mine, and it's actually bringing the edge of the mountain. You're buried in the middle of the mountain, are you?
Oh, probably.
That wasn't me.
Oh no, I was up here, look.
Fantastic. Carol, do we not have to raise the sides to I can't see. Let me just come over to you. Where are you? Okay, I'm listening. So I've got the top absolutely touching the board. So I right click, edit terrain. No, hang on, there's a pin actually interfering with you anymore. We're just using the pins at the moment to get a height. Okay, so just get that out of the way. Yeah. Right. Otherwise, if I said raise a 10-metre mountain, nobody'd have a clue where to stop or start, so that's good. Yeah, so move it out of the way.
Okay, we can see how the work's been going here. Just scroll back a bit. Interestingly, that's International Schools Island 1 is over there, the main one, which will be there for another 2 years, and this one, International Schools Island 3, will be around for another 2 years. And the one we're on, International Schools Island 2, is going to disappear at the end of November, and then International Island 3 is going to be slid over into this space. But let's look at the terraforming. You can see how this little mountain range has been built up. And the trick with all of these is to go slowly, I think, and nervously often. Go slowly, and you can always revert back to what it was before. There was a revert button there. But build a little bit and then build on that. So you see the nice curved range that is there. I suspect that's Carol's there with others here.
I wasn't doing that to my mountain, I was doing it to the wrong person's mountain. I'm really, really sorry. Okay, start from the top of your mountain and work out. If you want to do everything else.
If you terraform, it's a good idea to terraform on your own bit of land.
It doesn't matter. I'll go back to my mountain now. If you tell me
It's actually quite difficult to find terraforming areas in Second Life, because unlike a sandpit where things can be returned after so many hours and you don't get in each other's way, this could be very destructive. So there are few and far places between. Oh, you can see them building up there. Now that's a good example, watching that happening. Might be worth also mentioning that there is a way of downloading the whole of the of the island. Once you've set up your terrain and you've got your mountains and your rivers and your lakes and you've decided what the shape's going to be, you can actually download that as a raw file. I wonder if I can remember how to do it. Let me have a look. World, I think you go up here to the top to world and click on there, and I think you then go to estate region. Let's just have a look. And then somewhere here, ground textures, no, terrain. Here we go, terrain. Here you can see there's an option to download the raw terrain. So it downloads an image onto your computer out of Second Life, and then later you can upload it again and it will put it back to where it was. A useful thing for backing up if you own a sim.
Quite often don't go up just sheer out of the sand, although we're going to have sheer cliff faces in a second. But if you want to choose a mountain, one of your mountains that you want to slope nice and gently out to the land, it's a completely different tool. If you can find anywhere to slope, because you seem to have just all mountains at the moment. But we're going to play with the smooth tool. Now the smooth tool will bridge the gap between the flattest point at the bottom of the mountain and however far up the mountain you put it. So if you right click and edit terrain and choose smooth, choose a smallish size, well about halfway size, place it half on the land and half on the mountain, medium sort of strength, and then smooth, and you should end up with a nice gentle slope to your mountain instead of that really hard line. So I've done it on the back edge of my mountain towards the sea. So thanks, Steve. I'm sorry you weren't here for a lot of it, but it's D, not Deeds. Oops, I put 2 Ds now. See you later. Bye. Please could you repeat the instructions, Carol? Absolutely. Come to the back edge of your range of mountains where you've got quite a steep hill down to the ground. Because now we're going to play the back edge by where all the volcanic rocks on the floor. Yeah, that's what, yeah, great. Now then, you're going to right click on the ground and choose edit terrain. You're going to the ground, any ground anywhere, just any ground anywhere and choose edit terrain. Thank you. And this time we're going to use the smooth tool. Smooth. About half strength and about half size. And this is going to bridge the gap. It's going to smooth.
I think I'm going to stop there because that's 30 minutes, and if I'm going to put this on YouTube, we'll only get 15 minutes on YouTube. So if you've never terraformed, have a play, find somewhere. I think Linden Labs actually do have a sandpit somewhere, a small one, which allows you to terraform. If you don't, you need to find somebody who owns the land and is willing to let you play on it. Okay, I hope that's useful. Let me bring up the title again. And so you can see the link to International Schools Island, which is here, and also to lots of things about virtual worlds on Shambles there. So I hope that's of interest. Have fun, and bye-bye, International Schools Island 2. Only 48 hours to go before you disappear. Take care.